Whirly, 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 and we're live.
We are live.
So I say whirly, 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 whirly because that thing goes round and round and round and round and round.
Yeah.
Buffering. So I always call it the whirly, 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 whirly.
Yes.
So guys, we made it to Friday.
Yes.
Eventually. Oh, we got the lag thing again. I think it's
Yeah, a
always at
little
the beginning
bit.
of the live. Anyway, we won't dwell on the lag bit.
No.
How is everybody? How are you doing? You made it to Friday. Well done. For those of you that are in the UK, you get an extra day. You get the Monday off because it's the coronation.
My mum popped around this morning. She goes, "Oh, I thought today was a bank holiday," and I was just like, "No, just Monday's a bank holiday." So I don't know. I think she might have been a little bit disappointed that today wasn't a bank holiday.
That was a bit of wish. Let me just bring it in the middle a little bit because I think that was wishful thinking on your mum's part.
Yeah, for sure. She wanted that.
Does anybody ever get those dreams where you wake up in the morning and you dream that it's a Saturday? You think, oh, I have to go to work today, and then you realise, oh, it's Wednesday. It was just a dream.
Yep. I experienced that a lot. But I feel like these days it's like when you're working, I don't feel relaxed until it's a Friday. And so then Friday I feel like a bit more relaxed. So it's almost like, not quite, but almost like I'm working as well, if that makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense. Now, for anybody not knowing, because luckily I get to work from home a bit, so I can especially work from home when we got the lives. That was really handy because I work here over there. I started pointing over there, and I can just come into here. But there's sometimes I'm working, and I think, oh my god, it's alive coming through. So just a little insight into our behind the scenes, if you like. That's what tends to happen. So Kelly will be setting up. I'll look over and I thought, oh my gosh, she's setting up. Oh my god, it's nearly 6. So I'll come in for the live. So if ever I don't see as fresh, that is why. So apologies for that. But I always try to be high energy for you guys because we like having a chat.
Yeah. And I think I know that a couple of people were talking about maybe us or maybe me, because you tend to be working, so maybe more me, I guess, doing a little behind the scenes. And so I've been thinking about it recently, and that will be one of the projects that I kind of work on, will be sort of like, what do I do during the day, which is not much, by the way, but what do I do during the day? Like, because, you know, what I tend to do is I tend to do a lot of shorts, TikToks, but we try to coordinate because Mark, you like doing the edits of the longer videos. So what happens is, what we try to do is coordinate them. So once Mark has finished doing the main edits, I go in and I add a few things into Mark's edit. Then I export it, upload it, and then once that's uploaded, I then work on the shorts and the TikToks and things like that, and Facebook, all of that type of stuff. And then I can then put in that to refer to, if people want to see a complete review, then they can go to our YouTube channel and watch the complete review.
Now, the interesting bit there is, of course, Kelly and I do have creative differences, so we don't always agree. So I'll tend to edit, and today as well, a funny one. Kelly went, "That's rubbish."
I didn't say that was rubbish at all.
You didn't like how I edited it. No, I didn't mean it in that way. So it was, no, she didn't say I was rubbish, but we just had a bit of it. So it's interesting actually because we approach it from 2 different angles. So I'm the one that tends to like to have a nice long video, show the bits and bobs. Kelly will, on the other hand, likes to get much more to the point. So she likes to sort of show the elements, and that's where we sort of differ slightly.
Do you know what I sort of do it akin to? Maybe you're doing small talk a version, and I'm like, no, let's just get to the point kind of thing. So I suppose. So when
I got hi Richard,
hey Richard, hi Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's up to 61. Well done.
Wow.
When you on 63 or you're 61? Oh, you on? Aoife, hello.
Hey Aoife, I hope you're
we're all coming in. Amy.
Hey Amy, I hope everyone's well.
Wow. Richard said, I've been spending the last 20 minutes sorting out my audio. Hello, Mark.
Right.
Star Wars fans. May the 4th was yesterday. May the 4th be with. It was a shame actually if we'd done the live yesterday, because I think, Richard, I did spot you had your TIE Fighter t-shirt. I did spot that. Nice touch for your live. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
So so Mark edited a video, and he put like loads of music and sort of like slow-mos and things like that, which is fine, I feel. But while he's doing all the slow-mos and stuff like that, it was like 3 minutes, and I was just like, I don't know if 3 minutes is quite the way we want to go. We're just showing the interior, so I feel like more like shorten that type of stuff. So it's that to me is almost like small talk, I guess. It just popped into my mind. Like I was thinking, well, no, do you know what I mean? And I think in my mind, oh, the door, there's somebody at the door. So when Mark edits or when I edit, we always show each other our work and stuff like that. So when he was doing it, it was just a lot of like looking around the restaurant. Now the restaurant that we were looking at is tiny. There wasn't really anything to see, but it was a very Instagrammable restaurant. So what I wanted was to sort of get rid of all the sort of like panning around, because in the video when we sit down, you kind of sort of see the restaurant. And I thought that a couple of those little bits, not the whole thing because it was like 3 minutes, but maybe a couple, maybe like 30 seconds or so could have been done in the middle perhaps. So like a little break in the video that might have, in my mind, that would have worked better. But there are some really good sort of artful ways that Marcus portrayed sort of certain things, and I'm like, yeah, I like the way this works. I like the way this works. I like the way this works. I'm not sure about this part. And so when Mark sort of reviews my stuff as well, he'll be like, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the rest is okay, and blah, blah, blah. And that's how we sort of like work. But in my mind, I suppose I'm thinking about, do people want to see a slow-mo of, because I suppose what I tend to do is sometimes when I'm watching other YouTubers and they have all of this stuff in the beginning, I tend to fast forward it. So I do wonder if anybody else sort of tends to fast forward stuff.
What we got, we've got quite a few. So Aoife said, hi sis figures, sorry I missed Tuesdays and yesterday. So Tuesdays, don't worry, you've always, the way we do our lives is we go on for 2 hours plus.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to stay for 10 minutes, 2 minutes, or the whole 2 hours, you are more than welcome.
More than welcome.
And yesterday's was Richard. Amy said, hi, Aoife. May the 6th tomorrow be with you. May the 6th be. That's quite. Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. The 6th. The 6th. Charlie says, have a nice day celebrating the king. That was for tomorrow.
That's for tomorrow.
I'm always 18 minutes in front of everybody, says Richard. Tomorrow's the coronation, says Amy. Yeah, we know, Amy.
We know.
Amy said that, but I'm always 18.5 minutes in front of everybody. You see, that's why she's ahead of Richard.
Right.
I smell food. Be right back.
Oh,
right. Charlie,
who said that?
Richard, what are you cooking?
Oh,
tell me it's Egyptian bread.
Or is he getting takeaway?
Aoife said, at least you are willing to communicate and find good and bad bits of the editing. Oh no, you got chronic amnesia. Oh. I'm still exhausted. I'll go careful.
Oh, no.
Oh, anemia. Sorry, that's my
thinking,
thing. I missed. I thought I saw an S in there. Anemia. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Not chronic amnesia. That's when she can't remember anything.
Yeah, I was thinking, but she remembered. Maybe in my mind, a quick surmisation was like, oh, maybe that's why she didn't catch the Friday and Tuesday when you said amnesia.
You're going to be following YouTube and TikTok for the coronation vids. So Kelly and I don't have any vids planned for the coronation.
Yeah, I don't want to go into London.
No, we did discuss this. London will be packed. So we do tend to go into London most weekends. Actually, pretty much every weekend.
Yeah.
For video shooting. But I think we're going to give it a miss. At least for Saturday, just purely because of the
there'd be so many crowds. But my mum is cooking like a lunch. So like a celebratory coronation lunch. So me and my family will be at my mum's celebrating this coronation.
London's going to be jam-packed, says Aoife. Absolutely. Amy said, tomorrow raining on the coronation. I think mankind doesn't like the king. Well, you know what?
No comment.
Apparently, I was listening to the radio yesterday on the way to work, and they were saying, actual fact, this is the exact same weather that the Queen had when she had a coronation in 1950 something. Was it 56, 53?
Oh,
Apparently it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same. It was, but then it was cold, wet, and damp. So I don't know if it's going to be cold as well.
But then again, you can imagine that because sort of like May has never really been good sunny months. It's only been in the last couple of years. Sort of, I would have said from maybe 2018, 2019, May's starting to become a little bit more nicer weather-wise.
Do you know what? There's always loads of photos of me in May, obviously, because that's around about the time of my birthday. So as well, you can see all the weather. So sometimes there's I do remember that there was always photographs of me. I don't want to point out that way because that's where our tree is. But there was always photographs of me as a little boy. But we had a big tree in our front garden, and it always had blossom on it.
Okay, yeah.
But if you look now, our tree, all the blossom has gone. So that's quite interesting as well.
Well, we don't have a blossom tree. You're talking about the magnolia tree.
Oh, this is true. This is true.
Magnolia tree. So, but the magnolia tree does come out the same time as blossoms do.
Yeah.
And so all the magnolias have gone now. But we only had magnolias for a short time this year.
Yes, we did.
We didn't have it for a longer time. So I was really disappointed because it was my intention to take a picture of the tree. I normally take a picture every year. But in saying that, as it comes into winter, the tree blossoms again. So I might be lucky this year and it might sprout again.
Aoife said geoengineering. It's going geoengineering.
Okay.
What do you mean by that, Aoife? Amy said it's going to be dangerous. Well, hopefully it's not. But and she did correct me. Apparently the coronation was 1952. I knew it was in the 50s.
Right.
Amy said, you wait till the 2nd of June, 1963. I'm so confused. Why didn't they celebrate this year? But obviously they did it last year as they knew she didn't have long left.
Oh, what, the Jubilee?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right,
so you think they had, well, I say inside information. They wanted to do that. So you think they knew that the Queen...
She may not last a year.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting little take there as well. So has anybody, apart from Aoife's going to be watching it on YouTube, anybody that is interested in it or celebrating it or wanting to look at it, is anybody going to be going to a party, a street party? Are there anybody going to be watching it? You go around friends' house?
Is there going to be any street parties? I always really want to go to a street party, but I never get the chance to actually go to a street party.
Our street will never do one because
our street would never do one.
Because basically you need somebody to organise it. You have to apply to the council to have your road shut off to the public.
What I'm saying is I'd like to go to a street party, not our street party. But it would be nice. It would be nice if we had a street party on our own. But I don't think anybody's dedicated enough to do a street party. Plus, I don't think it would be feasible to do that. So on our specific road. But anyway, it would be nice. Like the other end of the road could do one. That would be it'd be really nice to go to a street party, I feel.
Oh, you are. I mean, what are you doing? What have you got planned? Are you going to street party? Are you doing it at your house? Are you going to friends? Are you spending it with somebody else? Be interesting to see what you're going to do. Aoife said, the chemical trails in plain spraying crap. What, when you're saying that, is it crop spray?
Or are you talking about the red and blue arrows?
No, I think what Aoife's obviously saying that's where she's got it from. So I'm assuming this is in Ireland.
Oh, I see.
Because what does happen is obviously there's
when
planes go by, there's chemical trails, but they're normally so high up in the atmosphere that it won't affect people.
But also when they release chemicals on fields as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Is it crop spray? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Amy said, I'm going to one, but I'm photographing it. I got in contact with my borough organizer. We have a tea party, dancing show. The mayor is coming.
Wow.
I'm watching it on the big screen. When you say the mayor, is Sadiq Khan or is it your local mayor? I'm assuming it's your local borough mayor, but even so, that is good.
That would be nice though, to see a tea party and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So nice. I didn't even think about getting in touch with the borough and finding out if there was something happening in the local area.
We could Google it actually.
Well, we're going to my mum's now.
Oh,
so, yeah. So there'll be no going to. My mum would be like, "What?" So yeah.
Sorry, Kelly's mum. We're going to the.
Yeah, and what happened to the fish that I brought round? I'm like, oh my god.
I'll get it. Richard said, I'm back tomorrow. I'm going to Loma's house, my sister's friend. Okay, and that's what you're going to be doing.
I thought you'd be in London, Richard.
Oh. So Aoife said, no, it's engineering of the weather. Now, I was under the impression that that was illegal. So what they do in the United States, they spray iodine into the clouds, or some form of iron, sorry, into the clouds. What that does is that actually forces the clouds to rain.
Okay.
But there is chemicals in there, which obviously appears in the rain. So that's what they do. But I didn't know that you did that in Ireland. Which turns poison into crops, not crop spraying. Yeah, I thought that was banned under EU law. Obviously, Republic of Ireland being in the EU, so I didn't know they were allowed to do that. Richard said a lot of train stations to be closed tomorrow. Or actual fact, that's handy to know.
I'm confused with that because I thought they would encourage a lot of people to be in. Well, they were camping yesterday and the day before already in London to get their place. It was all on the news yesterday that people were had set up their camp and their sort of place and everything else. It's crazy.
So Vaughan says, "Oh, hi Vaughan,
hey,
how
Vaughan.
are you?
I hope you're well.
You good?" Vaughan says, "Hi Mark and Kelly, will you be pledging your allegiance to Charles III tomorrow?"
No comment. Next question.
Do you know what? It's a very strange one because obviously in the United States, school children will pledge their allegiance to the flag. I pledge my allegiance to the flag, United States, blah, 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 blah.
But you're pledging it to a flag, aren't you?
Well, you're pledging it to the country, aren't you?
Yeah.
But of course, we don't do that in the UK. You don't pledge your allegiance to the monarch. And school, I've never done it as a school kid, nor as any others. So it's very odd to ask people as a one-off to do it.
Yeah.
I just find that a very strange concept. So Amy asked, "Oh God, you guys you go in for the controversial. What are our thoughts on the new king?"
It depends. We haven't had any real things take place yet, so it's difficult to say. I know that a lot of people were opposed to it, but we haven't experienced anything yet as a country, I think, like any big things yet. So let's see.
There's always two sides to it, isn't it? So if you are, some people obviously love the tradition. Obviously, Charles II, going back, was actually reinstated as king after Oliver Cromwell obviously executed the previous king. So it's interesting that it's gone back. That's the change with the monarch. But it very much divides opinion on whether you are pro or anti-monarch. What was interesting is they asked all the Commonwealth countries who still have the monarch as the head of state, how their opinion, and most were not anti-king, but had no interest or were pretty much opposed to having a monarch as the head of state.
Yeah, I'm not opposed or I'm not against or for really, but I guess my question would be if the previous potential king who married an American divorcee actress, had to abdicate, why hasn't that tradition carried down?
I think they should do it as a lottery, and I think Kelly and I will go in first as king and queen, and I think we'll make a lot of changes. So you can see it.
I don't know if they would like my changes. Trust me.
Oh, Queen Kelly, my God, that goes so well. Amy says, really, Kelly? These crazy people, she said. Vaughan said, no comment is a good answer, Kelly. However, Aoife disagrees. Come on, sis, you cannot do no comment. Richard said, my sister's friend invited me to her house. Text that I received was, come celebrate at my house, kiss, 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 kiss. My sister might go there, or just me and her friends. So, okay, you got something planned?
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, throw eggs at him. That was Amy. Of course, had to be Amy. So you're not a bit of a monarch fan, are you, Amy?
Or is it you're not a King Charles fan?
So Amy's changed her name to Carrot Cake Amy, which Vaughan points out, said, hi, Carrot Cake Amy. I love carrot cake.
So I think a lot of people do.
So does Keegan. Aoife said, well, founder, so not my king. Yeah, exactly. Amy said, do you want to hear a fun fact about Oliver Cromwell?
Go ahead.
Yes, go on then.
Yeah, go ahead.
The tyranny he did against the Irish, though, is pretty terrible. So if it was that, I was going to say, Richard said, I'm growing round carrots.
Oh.
Is there such a thing? Did you know?
Square cubes that turn round.
Yes.
Or square cubes that look round.
Yeah, from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Did you know that carrots were actually originally purple? And it was the Dutch that coloured them orange.
Oh.
In regalia for the King of Orange at the time. I forgot the name of the monarch, but the king was always called. That's why Holland always celebrates an orange, because he was called King of Orange. Vaughan said, "I'm there. I'm reading between the lines." Aoife said, "We found it is Charlie and his son Woke Willie." Yeah. So King William and King Charles. Vaughan's. Do you know what? My history is a little hazy. I did wrote too right. Gone very woke. Amy said Oliver Cromwell was close friends with my 10th great grandfather.
Oh wow!
Resources tell me. Now, interestingly enough, my mum always tells you that story. So where my mum grew up was in a townhouse that's hundreds and hundreds of years old. And Oliver Cromwell, when he was fleeing the Cavaliers, was actually, they said he actually stayed there. My mum is convinced that he stayed in her room. She's absolutely convinced.
Oh wow!
Not at the same time. My mum's not that old.
No, of course.
But yeah, was convinced he stayed there. Vaughan said you have it in one. Richard said purple carrots are nice, Mark. Veg comes in all colours. Yeah, that's the original thing. But I have tried purple carrots. They are really nice.
We've had purple, yellow, and orange because there is a pack that I get which has purple, yellow, and orange. And I remember I gave Mark's brother Ben, his girlfriend Siobhan, they were staying with us for a little while, and I did purple carrots. And I don't think she was too enamored with the color purple. Like she was like, it's like strange. I was just like, oh my god.
So but as Aoife just pointed out, Vaughan, that's actually, it is Aoife. Healing Vibrations is one of her channels.
Yeah.
Just there. Connections are spiritual, says Amy. So you do feel that bond. So that does mean then you are descended from royalty, Amy. Shall I be calling you Princess Amy? So that'd be the thing. Vaughan, hashtag not my king. Wow.
Oh.
Well, no, I do get that actually. But when you look at the history there as well, funny enough, I was reading the history of Oliver Cromwell. He invaded Ireland so many times, and what he did do was pretty horrendous. So
I think any tyranny of any leader has been crazy. Very, very crazy.
But my history is a bit hazy, so do apologies if I get anything wrong there as well. This is it's very much a dilettante's knowledge of history. So there we are. So you guys have got some things planned for the weekend. Amy said there was a tell in my family, someone in my family that signed the warrant or something to execute the king.
Oh wow!
When you say EXO, are you saying execute or exonerate? It's one of the two, but they mean totally different things.
Yeah.
Eva said, I do not bow nor scrape. No, and that's absolutely fine. Richard said, by way of reading newspapers the other day, I noticed AI taking jobs and chatbots are a thing. I gave it a bash. My AI is called Alice.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Vaughan said, Amy, I like the sound that you may be on a stronger path. We are talking to royalty here, Vaughan. So going back to Richard's comment, actually for AI is quite scary because they are saying that AI by 2030, they believe, could take up to 60% of people's jobs. By that point, they reckon AI will be so sophisticated, it will supersede most human beings.
Wow. But I think it was always going to go that way, to be fair. From when I've been seeing things like there's all that they are, I feel like a lot of these scientists, engineers, and all of that type of stuff are equating to our demise. I truly do.
Do you know what? There's a lot of truth there. I think there's a
Because
lot
it's
of truth
like,
in that
oh yeah,
statement.
this is easier, this is cheaper, this is this, this is that. So all these top bosses or all these top board members or all these silent partners and all of that can just make more and more and more and more money. And we are getting further and further and further and further down the
Do you know-
ladder. So soon
Yeah.
it will be this, you know, not apocalyptic, but when they do these futuristic ones where people are living in the back streets or all lights and everything is what you call it, all what's that word where everything is, you know, when they got them big screens up and there's always, you know, in them futuristic movies.
Oh, you're talking about a dystopia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to say
Big Brother.
I wanted to say a post-apocalyptic, but it's not, because but it's
dystopia.
yeah.
Post-apocalyptic is after an apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. But I was looking for the other word where it's so built up.
Dystopia.
Yeah, and there's no sunlight, there's no nothing.
And also as well, I was looking on Twitter. They said, "Oh, these." Somebody was saying, "Yeah, all these aren't my friend on there. All these AI robots. I mean, we can go back to a 3-day week, isn't it? We don't need to work." I said, hey, "What planet are you on? They're going to get rid of you.
Yeah,
you're not going to. They're not going to say, yeah, you can just work 3 days and the robot will do the rest. If the robot can do the 2 days, it can do the 5 days.
Yeah,
it can work 7 days.
Like, you know, when you see some people's thinking, it's just like,
they're
really,
going to get shot of you.
They're not going to pass on the dividends to us down here. You ain't getting no dividends. The dividends is going up the ladder. We will be at the bottom of the ladder. Just saying.
It costs 30 grand a year to service this robot, which does all the work. Yeah, and I'll keep you on for 36 grand a year as well. So no, they're not going to do that. I'll just get my robot to do the thing. Anywho, my beloved sister figure, says Aoife, best not be scraping to woke Charlie and Willy woke Wef founding members. Amy, I like the sound. I think I read that one from Bourne. So I think you're not a woke Charlie. I'm not sure Charlie's woke. Who's Willy woke? We're Prince William. Are you a fan though of Harry? Because I noticed you haven't mentioned Harry in there. Amy said, no. He was a politician. There's a portrait of Grandfather in the National Portrait Gallery, really? Wow. In Trafalgar Square. And there is a statue somewhere of him. Oh, funny enough, I was there I say not so long ago, a few years ago. If I'd have known that, I'd have gone look for the portrait. Look, that's Aoife's great-granddad. Yeah. Aoife, sorry, that's Amy's great-granddad.
Yeah, but 10.
But times 10. Yeah. I'm waiting on Kel's. So this is what to promise she's not going to pledge an oath to the dreadful Charlie.
No comment. I already said
that. AI is very addictive, said Richard. I asked AI, how are you? I'm now in a relationship. How did that happen? Oh my God, you're dating an AI system.
It happened in a nanosecond.
Look at this. You've got women everywhere. You've got real women, AI women.
I'm telling you.
Kelly, sister figure, please promise me you're not going to pledge allegiance and bow and scrape to the WEF founding member Charlie.
Can you imagine me bowing and scraping? I'm just asking a question.
Right. Richard said chat box on Google Play and some apps now. Now the thing is with AI, it is very useful. So if you're this is an argument I was having with someone else. So back in the day when I was at school, this is many years ago, when AI was just a pipe dream was somewhere, those kids that did the best also had, not always, but they did have clever parents. So my thing is as well that AI levels the playing field up, because if you're a child that may not be able to excel as well at school, and your parents might not be able to help you, you now can level the playing field because you've got a system that can. However, that is controversial because other people's argument is, well, of course, the AI system is technically cheating because the system is writing it for you.
Yeah.
So it comes on both ways. I'm just doing the both sides of the argument.
Playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, playing devil's advocate. Aoife said he is woke and Charlie and has been Willie are WEF founders. When you say WEF, are you talking about the WEF? Richard said AI gives you so much advice. Amy said, yeah, I can imagine you bowing and scraping. Kelly's not going to bow and scrape.
Just saying. Imagine it.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine it.
Oh, Eva said she can imagine you bow and scrape. Amy. Eva said, sooner see you egg the weapon. Richard said, tomorrow I'm going to eat cake and drink juice. Make it a holiday. It's not going to be them charcoal cakes, so are you? And that I've got to say,
business.
Oh, Richard, that drink looked revolting. I'm going to say, it looked like Coke, so it looked okay, but your face, you were like this. You go, oh dear. I did not look appealing.
No. I'm meant to be baking a cake later for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing later.
Eva said, Kelly, find some rotten eggs and peg them that Charlie and horse face.
Do you think I've got time to do that? Do you think I would even waste my energy?
Well,
like realistically,
not even going to waste your eggs. We need them for the cake.
Yeah, like I just don't have time for all of that nonsense.
Oh, the World Economic Forum. That's what you meant, the WEF. I was wondering what you meant. Amy said, I can AI Kelly's voice to make her say, I like King Charles. Do you know what?
Why would you even do that anyway?
Evelyn, hello.
Hey, Eve.
How are you?
I hope you're well.
So, changing the subject slightly, going back to what Kelly was saying earlier. So, the difference between Kelly and I is I like to sort of show the videos a bit longer, but Kelly likes them much more condensed and concise. So, just throwing it out there to you guys, can we get your advice? Which ones do you prefer? Do you prefer to see those ones that are a bit longer? We stretch out the inside of the restaurant. I like to show obviously all the insides, the interior, or do you just want to get straight?
Even now, when he's doing this, right, I'm just thinking, you know, when no, hold on,
don't influence their decision.
No. I'm just saying, you know, like when you get in a lift with someone, and then they just want to waffle, and like even now in my mind, I'm just picturing it, thinking.
Well, that's what I mean. So let me finish.
No.
So showing around the restaurant and then showing the interior and then sort of showing the food at different angles, or do you guys just want straight in on the food? Do you just want to see it? Do you want to get straight into the action then in our comments? Really would appreciate your feedback, because that's what we want to take in our direction. This is where our creative differences is. We won't take offense, whichever one you like, but it's obviously we create for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So we want to give you what you want.
No, I think showing the food is fine. I'm just saying showing the food is okay.
I won't even the decision, but as long as you do it my way, that's fine.
No. I just because Mark was saying this, and I was like, well, I didn't say showing the food is not okay. I'm just saying
no, the both. So let me be clear. So when I do it, I like to show the whole restaurant, so the insides, the out, which is I know Kelly doesn't like, just so you can get a feel of the ambience. Then I like to sort of show different angles of the food. Then we get into the food review. Kelly wants to get straight into the food review,
and then have the all the showing around in the middle of the video, but not too long. Say like about 30 seconds, not 3 minutes.
Where are we? I think. Oh yeah, Eva still wants you to throw those eggs. Amy said, I don't know. People do it all the time. Oh, with the AI thing. Yeah, I know. Right. Richard said, I like you both to have different film ideas. Oh, so what I see, you want you like the different takes. Yeah. Kelly, your food tradition is very slow. I can't lie. Maybe speed it up. Okay. So maybe that is a good thing then as well, because that goes on to your side of speeding it up. Show the food on a PowerPoint slide.
I don't know about that one.
But Eva's different. She prefers it longer and to show the insides.
Right. I think I think when we are sort of like speaking at the beginning and all of this, I feel that's fine. And then, but not, I feel like that is like a middle, when you're showing the sort of like around the restaurant and all that, that's a middle of the video type thing, not at the beginning, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense.
The other thing I'm wondering we could do is we could put up 2 videos of the same thing. Yeah. And then we could then let you guys decide which you prefer. Yeah. And then that will then give us our direction going forward. Richard said, I like you make it a vlog and the shorts. So yeah, this one we do the shorts as well. Yeah. But we're thinking on the longer videos. The thing is with our longer videos, some do well, some don't. But we want to try and tailor them to you guys. I do it how I think you would like it. Yeah. But I'm always conscious it might not be what you guys want. So we are here for you guys, we like to make sure that we want to show you something that you enjoy. So I don't want you sitting there going, oh my God, this is so long, or just saying, oh, we see some more of that.
Yeah, it's true. Because sometimes if something is taking too long, if I'm watching other YouTubers, sometimes I fast forward it, and I don't want our videos to be one of those ones that you fast forward. I'd like it to be sort of like how do you see, or how would you like to watch
well
something?
This is an interesting, actually. So Amy said sometimes people like longer and shorter ones.
Yeah.
But then Rich has come up with a good idea. Why don't you have your shorts like a gateway to your vlogs?
Yeah, which is what we're doing at the moment. Yeah, which is what we do.
And no, I think, what Amy is also saying is, yeah, like Kelly's shorts, 2 of everything. So maybe that's the way then. So maybe we do the longer things in the longer video. But the shorts are the people that want short, and the longer is for people that want longer.
Yeah.
So
and like Richard says, we are doing it as a gateway. So what I will do now is wait for Mark to finish it. Then once Mark's edited it, then I go in and add little things to it. And then maybe I might take out something. Maybe I might make something a bit shorter, or make something a bit longer, and then it's good to go. And then I do the short, and I narrate the short, and depending on what medium that I'm going to use. So with TikTok now, they've changed their music, so now you can't add just anything you want.
Yeah.
There's only a certain list. So all the popular music that you used to be able to put on there is now not a thing. So I add sort of like whatever music they've got on there. And then with Facebook and with YouTube, you can still use popular music if you want to. So I look at their list, except for with YouTube Shorts, you can't do music and narration. You can do narration or music. There isn't a thing where you can do the both together. You can do it through another platform and then upload it to there, but then they don't push it out as much. So I did a test. I think it was yesterday or today I did a test. And so I uploaded 3 of the same videos, but with different, like, I uploaded one at 6, or sorry, I uploaded one at 20 to 7, then one at 10 to 7. And then I did one, I think it was like about 8:15. And I did sort of like 3 different sort of things to it to see which one would perform well. And none of them really performed well, in the sense because it was the garden. So a lot of people don't know about the garden, but YouTube itself didn't push out the videos as much as I would have liked, as it has done with other previous videos. So maybe that video just wasn't popular, perhaps. So yeah,
that's the thing. So no, thank you for the feedback. That's really useful, because like I said, we do the videos for you guys. We want you guys to enjoy. So that's really interesting to have there. I mean, so somebody, what was I saying? So Amy had said, as Richard said, shorts like a gateway to your vlogs, and Amy said, well, plus you'll get more views if you have them slightly longer.
Yeah.
However, Richard said, I do that in my shorts and notice views and followers gone up. So what did you do in your shorts, Richard, to get your views up, just out of interest? Amy asked, oh my God, you love your controversy, don't you, Amy? Amy asked, what are your thoughts on Dr. Jordan Peterson?
I don't know who
there you are, so you can get out of that one. So
yeah.
Jordan Peterson is a very controversial figure. So he has certain views on, well, like I said, he's most famous for his 12 Rules for Life book. So he is 12. One of the 12 rules for life was make sure you do things like you should always make your bed every day, and things like that. Where he's more controversial is things on like trans rights and stuff like that. He's quite controversial on that figure. What is your take on it as well? I just think I haven't seen, to be honest, I haven't read much of his stuff or seen much of his stuff. I know there's tons on YouTube. He's got hundreds of lectures on YouTube.
I feel, in my mind, live and let live. As long as you're not harming anyone, being derogatory to anyone, forcing your opinions on anyone, which a lot of people like to do, or trying to diminish who I am or what I stand for, or me as, you know, a woman, a person, a human being and whatnot. As long as you're not doing those things, then do what you're doing, innit?
I haven't seen much of his stuff, to be honest, but I am aware of who he is. Amy said, "Isn't it mad you could be blinking the same time as your favorite celebrity? That could give you such psychological problems." I think I'm blinking the same as Mariah Carey. No, I'm just, sorry, not that Mariah Carey's my hero.
I was gonna say.
Richard said, "Talking of music, next week Wednesday, live, I'm going to be 3 YouTube music videos of nutty and funny and very, very crazy music."
Wow.
Now, this isn't that thing you were playing right at the end of your live. That thing, I thought, what was this?
That was his K-pop or something like that. That was what YouTube chose, right? It was a random song that YouTube chose.
Oh, so Richard's come up with some ideas. He said, "I do shorts on my adventures." But he also said, "Also post what's trending quickly, like yesterday's Star Wars." Oh, that's interesting. So funny enough, when we shoot, we do take our time. So we will film it, we'll get back, we'll edit it, we'll go through it. Kelly will look at it, because I tend to do the editing, but Kelly will do obviously the shorts on it.
Shorts and narration.
Yeah, narration as well. Then Kelly will look at my edit, she'll give me feedback on it, and then depending on that, I might make changes, upload. That whole process can take about a week.
Yeah.
From start to finish. So the issue there is trying to do something that's trending, you got to do instantly. But I think that's more for shorts, isn't it?
I think if you weren't working or something like that, it would be different. We could then do things that are trending, but trying to do it in the time where Mark's got a full-time job is quite difficult.
Amy said Richard also sometimes doubles up on the shorts. Yeah, because you do post a lot of videos. You've got nearly 2,000, haven't you, on yours? You're getting there. Richard said, "I got 2.3 thousand from a short yesterday.
Wow.
Got 140 shorts in the pipeline. Blimey. Wow. That's about a quarter of our content."
We don't think that far ahead of having like 100 or whatever. So we've normally got about 4 videos in the bank normally. And then but Mark and I, we sit down, or we try to, and then I sort of like write things down saying, right, okay, so what are we going to do this Saturday? What are we going to do next Saturday? Or what shall we do? What subjects are we interested? Where shall we review? What's trending at the moment with regards to food or things like that? Do we want to visit this place again? Do we not want to visit this place again? This place was really rubbish. Are we going to give it a second chance? If we are going to give it a second chance, how far away from this video do we give it? So we strategize in things like that, in the sense of what we want to do. We write things down and then say, right, okay. But I've only sort of been doing that recently. Like before, we would just be fly by the seat of our pants. What are we going to do today? All right, let's go do that, and not really have a plan in mind. So like this year, one of the things that I wanted to do was sort of like form something and sort of like tidy up and have sort of like goals or plans in mind.
Right. Yeah, no, exactly. And I think what's really good, Kelly's so organized, so it's good that we do it. So Rich is doing his shorts tonight. Amy said you don't mind, but you watch Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh. My God, you love your controversial characters, don't you?
Ben Shapiro, I do know.
So do you watch the Daily Wire? I take it, because Ben Shapiro founded the Daily Wire.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I do mine around 9:30 to 10 p.m. says Richard. Okay, so you do yours right late in the day.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think it differs for each YouTuber, because I do mine at different times. So mine doesn't, ours don't seem to work for the evening. It more is the morning. So it's a tricky one, but I think it's different for each. I feel like it's like if you're watching TikTok, if you're interested in several subjects, I feel like when you go onto TikTok, it might put you on this stream because you were interested, but then the next time it goes, because you were interested in something else, it'll put you on this stream, interspersed with little things. And then when you log on again, it'll put you onto this stream because you were interested, but then sprinkle. And I think you probably have about 10, maybe 20 streams per person, and each time you log on, you get put on a different stream, but it's a different stream tailored to you. And I also think sort of YouTube may run on something similar for different YouTubers for uploading content.
Richard said, yeah, because I tend to do mine in the evening, the editing, obviously, because that's when I finish work. So that's when I got my spare time. Eva said, Amy said, Richard, it's 2.1 thousand, actually. Trust Amy to point it out. Eva said, Sis Figure, try an Irish eatery. We did, didn't we?
We didn't try one,
no,
but
we tried to look for one, didn't we?
Yeah. And we did see one when we went to visit your parents, actually. Yes. And I did say.
But it wasn't actually traditionally Irish. So
I don't know.
The issue we have here is there are loads of Irish pubs, which is obviously that's not an issue. But the trouble is they serve what I would say British food. They don't actually serve Irish, traditional Irish cuisine. So they wouldn't serve. So it's things like burger and chips, which I wouldn't say is traditionally Irish. They would say, I mean, it's more American food, or there's like wings and chips and stuff like that. So O'Neill's will sell that, for example, around here. And then there's a few other Irish pubs as well. But they of course, they are tended catering for British taste because they're obviously based in the UK.
Yeah.
That being said, obviously Irish people will go, but that's what they have on offer. What we were trying to find is proper traditional Irish food. Which I've got a horrible feeling that we won't be able to find it here. So we hope we can. If not,
I'll have a little Google, but yeah,
we might have to do that. So that is on our radar, but it's just finding somewhere.
That and Canadian, because I remember when Minnie I will have to try and find well, there is a place, but we can only book it in the week. We can't book it at the weekends. So I will take a look and see if we can make a booking in the week. Yeah.
I mean, there must be a traditional Irish restaurant in London.
There will be. There will be, for sure.
It's just one we have to find it. I mean, of course, we also want to make sure it's good. So we can get, like, say, we want to recommend a good place. From the last place that we just tried, we can say it wasn't the best place. So we're going to put that in the video so you guys...
it wasn't an Irish place, by the way.
No.
This is a total different place. But the place that I saw when we went to visit your parents, I felt that it was, but I didn't get a proper good look at the menu because sometimes they do a sample menu outside. So I will investigate. The next time when we go to visit them, I will investigate that place we'll have a bit more. Look.
Yeah, it had an Irish name, but
and it had obviously the what do you call it? The shamrock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sort of Gaelic decorations down the side. Amy said, oops, Amy, my bad. I knew it was 2 point something. That's all right, Richard. Don't worry. I do the same as well. Our best video hit 53,000. And for some reason, I had 68 in my head. So I'm boasting around to everybody. Oh, yeah, we managed to get on 68. Okay, it's 53. So I added on another 18 odd thousand. We'll try and Guinness, said Amy. Oh, will you now? Eva said, chaos on the London Underground. Focus smashed windows on an underground train. Oh, God. Wow. Eva said, yeah, I watch all the Daily Wire people, even Brett Cooper and Michael Knowles. Oh, you love your controversy. You love your controversy. Richard said, my most short video is 12,000. That's really good. And that was on the Piccadilly Circus clip before.
I think our most short version might have been 43,000 views. And that was for the John Lewis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's our most popular short, I think.
Oh, and that's actually thanks to you as well, Richard, because you pointed it out to us.
Yeah.
That one did so well for us. The Tassimo, obviously, for our that did so well for us.
I'm just having a quick look and
Richard said most of my short views is oh yeah. So when Richard got 12,000 for his Piccadilly Circus one, he was seeing two lady clubbers, and it was midnight. Now I was Richard, wherever you go, there's just these women there. They're flocking to you. Even the AI system.
Yeah.
Oh, Eva said that's good. So maybe that's what we should do. So Eva recommended, rather than look for the restaurant, look for the dish. So if we look for an Irish stew, that most more likely be in a traditional Irish place.
What's the most popular vegetarian dish, Eva?
Yes, I suppose it's Colcannon, I'm guessing.
Well, that's not a dish. That Colcannon is potatoes.
Oh, I'd have that as a dish.
Right, but it's not a dish.
I know it's a side, but
it's not a dish. So my question is, what is the most known vegetarian dish?
Irish dish, of course.
Yeah.
Richard said, "Oh, Aoife, oh no, London Underground, the cute trains on the network. How's your railway coming along? Because you were going to build an underground, weren't you? Model railway." Amy said, stop simping for the London Underground. Why don't you become a train driver or a tour guide for London? I'm assuming, Amy, that's directed at poor Richard. Actual fact, that would be a good job for Richard, actually. He'd be so knowledgeable on that.
Yeah, on the Underground. Actually, sorry, no, on our shorts, we've got 2 popular videos, or 2 of our more popular videos. It isn't the John Lewis. The John Lewis actually was popular on TikTok. On this one is Toby Carvery breakfast at 5.4 thousand views, and then my pineapple upside down cake at 5.8 thousand views.
Wow.
And then my mash, my onion gravy and mash, right? But that was controversial, that video. It even makes me laugh now, some of the comments. I was like, what? That was 4.9 thousand views. So yeah, and then the other ones since have sort of like been 1,000.
What did John Lewis get?
John Lewis didn't get that high on the shorts.
I thought it did.
No, it did on TikTok.
Oh, that's the short. Sorry, yeah.
So on the shorts, I did the John Lewis video twice, and it got 174 views and then 182 views. But the Fortnum and Mason had 4,000 views, so that was pretty good. Now on TikTok, let me just go and have a look at TikTok. And I think the most popular one on TikTok was the John Lewis. Yeah, that had 43,000 43,300. And so that was that one.
If they were subscribers.
Can you imagine? You need like 10,000 subscribers, I think, on TikTok.
Mad.
It's crazy.
Richard said, Aoife said, sorry, it actually came up on Samsung Galaxy, obviously the news about the train smash. Aoife said, Mark, thank you for bringing Kelly into my world. I genuinely love Kelly as a sister.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Well, actually, fact, you discovered us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So my question is...
Here we are. Can I read the rest of the comments to get to and then we'll do the question. So we have a question for you guys. Normally you ask us, but we have one for you. Where are we? No idea, says Aoife. I don't know what you were referring to on that one. Richard said, saw the London Underground news. Typical. It's fire as well. Oh, God. I'm a meat eater, says Aoife.
Oh, so no idea on the vegetarian
dishes.
Right.
2 Irish dishes I am recommending are Irish vegetable soup and either the Irish stew or Dublin coddy. All right, we'll have a look at that. Is it coddy? Have I pronounced that right? Or coddle, sorry. Richard said, I have a permission to vlog at certain mainline stations and London Underground. That's why I've been doing vlogs.
Wow.
I love controversial stuff. You do surprise me, Amy. You do surprise me.
Shocking.
Amy, you're funny. Richard said, I have a membership vlog on the London Underground. Oh, is that how you got to do your free vlogging? I don't know how I found you, said Amy. It just happened. Right. Lead on to Kelly's question.
My question is, how did everybody come across our channel?
Now, Amy's already answered. She had no idea.
Yeah,
it just came up.
Just came up. How did everyone else come across our channel? I'm really interested to know. Like, did it pop up? Did you see a food review? Was it the Tassimo? Because like that was very popular, the Tassimo. And I think that's how Aoife found us, I think, was probably the Tassimo.
Yeah, Tassimo.
So it's just really interesting to us, like when Georgina stopped me in the street, but I neglected to ask her which video. She goes, oh, you just popped up on my YouTube last week. And I was just like, oh my God. So yeah, how did you come across our YouTube is my question.
Just out of interest. It was just purely out of interest.
Yeah, just purely out of interest.
Because it's so great that we've all crossed paths with each other.
Yeah.
And if you go on, sorry.
I was going to say, everybody's into something different.
Yes.
So that's what I was wanting to know. Like, what is it that you came across our channel? Because
it's so great as well. And it's also, you know, we do wonder, would we have met in everyday life if YouTube didn't exist?
Yeah.
I think for some of us, we wouldn't, just obviously for geographical location. So it's so good that we were able to meet like this. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And it's just funny that it's all different ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
wild to me. It's all different ages.
Amy said, I'm psychic. That's how I met you. Well, there you are. Did you have a premonition that you would meet us? Aoife said, Sis Figure, I want to egg Charlie, the Willy West founding. You really want to egg Charlie. Maybe don't stay away from them eggs.
Yeah.
Amy said,
We're in a food crisis.
Yes, I can. Yeah, you're better off.
Cost of living crisis. Just make an omelette.
Yeah, I was going to say, it tastes nicer too. I could look into my search history, says Amy. Oh, so yeah, Aoife said the Tassimo video. That's how she discovered
Right.
Oh, there you go. Amy will do the egging for you. Richard said, you're going to laugh. I searched mukbang themes and saw a main vid I left room. It finished in your vlog played.
Oh,
really?
Wow. Okay.
Oh, brilliant.
So you were watching someone else's video and then our video popped up. That's mad.
That's really cool. Because funny enough, I think that's how we discovered Richard, because you were on our, when people do sort of come on to our lives, sometimes we do get various people come on. We'll sort of we'll find out where they're from, if they've got their own channel, and then obviously we'll do that. And that's how we discovered you.
It's only because I think you came onto our lives one time and we're chatting. And then I thought, oh, you've got your own channel, because you'd be surprised how many people come on and they do have their own channel. Sometimes people, or they had their own channel, but they don't vlog anymore. But they still, obviously, they've got their own channel and sort of like just watch other YouTubers or comment and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really interesting. And it's interesting to see what people do, like in their everyday lives and stuff like that. Not like a live stream, but their everyday life, like what they do and stuff like that. And it's really different. It's really broad, and it's just so interesting to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're just interested in that as well, because as you may have seen as well, sometimes Tenaciously Gracious will come on. Will come on for Tenaciously Gracious, and he's a fashion channel. So of course, he just discovered us because he was looking at the Ned, and he just happened to go on our Ned video.
Yeah,
and then got it from there. So it's just always interesting to see how you guys
like how you came across the channel.
Aoife said, Mark Kelly means a great deal to me as a sis.
Oh, thank you very much.
Richard said, I have many channels before this one. Oh, really? Did you? It's funny that your Charlie's got loads, actually. He's got quite a few.
I think his brother, I must sign up to his channel because I haven't done that yet.
No.
But Charlie's brother Keegan, he's very young, and I think he said he was starting his channel as well.
Amy said, I found the date and what video it was. Can you guess? Right, I'm going to say you're quite new. So I'm going to guess this year. And I'm going to guess Toby Carvery.
Yeah.
That's going to be my guess.
Yeah, Carvery, I should imagine.
They're more crazy, says Richard. Eva said, only the fear of jail sentence prevents me from making... Yeah, I was going to say that will be a jail sentence.
Exactly.
Fiona, hi!
Hey,
how
Fiona,
are you?
how are you? I hope you're well.
Fiona said, one video leads to another video, and yours popped up, and I've been watching ever since. Oh, bless you.
Do you remember which video it was, though? Or what video were you watching that our video popped up? And which video was it?
Yes, we got it right with Amy. Stroll. That is fantastic. Oh, that is so cool.
Well, that was more you. When you said it, and I thought, actually, that makes sense.
I don't know why you would be looking at the Toby Carvery one, but for something told me that you did. 2nd of March. There you go.
Oh, wow.
And that was, the 2nd of March, was the Too Good To Go.
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah. Was that Too Good To
Go? Just search my name, says Richard, and stroll along this. So yeah, thank you guys. We were just funny enough. Kelly I've been talking about this for a while, but Kelly had the idea to obviously ask you guys to.
Yeah, I was just interested in how people came across our videos and what was it, and and stuff like that really. So I just wanted to know what video was it that drew you to this channel. Yeah.
What was funny was, I'll tell you another funny story. So we had to have our boiler redone. That's not the funny story.
Yeah.
But the plumber came round with someone to help. And we were just chatting, and we said we did YouTube because he noticed all the camera equipment. Anyway, cut a long story short, he said, he goes, oh, do you? And I said, oh, yeah, we do live chat. We're doing one tonight. And he went, all right then. Anyway, he didn't do it that night, but the following Tuesday, I had this, hello. He joined the live chat.
I'm sure that was Tim.
That was Tim.
I'm sure it was Tim.
Tim.
Is his name, yeah.
Be right WhatsApp's buzzing. All right, Richard.
Oh, okay.
Eva said Kelly's sister figure was messing around with an aura photo app I caught. Something creepy on one. I swear, Kelly, I got to send it to you. It's a person-shaped blob. Was that one of yourself, or was that one of us, or was it somebody else that you saw? Amy said, I think it was in my documentary buffet phases. Do you know what? Those are, I don't know why. We've got to say we're very blessed with Carvery, because our Carvery ones have always done so well for us. Others don't always do well, but the Carvery one always does well for us.
I feel like the thing with Carvery, though, I feel like it's a good family all-rounder.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to find eateries, food places, unless it's going to be a pub, I guess, where it's a good all-family. I mean, Harvester would have been the other one, but Harvester back in the day, that is when Harvester was good. Harvester nowadays, like, but I feel like with Toby Carvery, you know, who doesn't love a roast? Roasts are really popular, and I think, I mean, I really enjoy Toby Carvery. We went to Black Clock. Now, don't get me wrong, the food at Black Lock is good. It's all right for the price, especially for central London. If you're looking for a sizable meal, if you're a meat eater as well, and you're looking for a sizable meal, and you know, you don't want to break the bank, I feel like £24 for like a steak, lamb chop, a pork chop, and pork belly, and one side for £24 is really good value for money. I'm not gonna lie, it's so good for money. However, I said to Mark, right, the food's good, it's all right, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't not go there again. Of course, I'd go back there. But I said to Mark, is it bad that I feel that Toby Carvery is better?
And I said no, because also I would say pound for pound, I would agree.
Yeah.
The amount of food you get as well, the quality is really good. Fiona said, I was looking for a waffle maker and recipes, and you both, because I did the cheap waffle maker as well.
Yeah.
Funny enough, when I finished, one of the top comments, it just made me laugh. I did it in real time. That was a few years ago now. And then when we spotted it, some guy just put, cheers, Mark. It was like, it just made me laugh. I don't know why I found that so funny. But I spent all this time explaining how to do it. And he just put, cheers, Mark. So, yeah. Amy said, I love that Carvery song at Christmas. Oh, I know. The one, what's it called? I forget what it is.
Oh, no. That's the, yeah. In my mind, I keep still thinking of the Harvester, which is, did I put that in Richard's playlist? I think it was the last song I put in Richard's playlist, which is the old Harvester song.
Yeah, that's right.
They use that in Harvester.
Have a good time, remember. Get ready. I always think of Harvester, yeah. Hi, Sam. How are you?
Hey, Sam. I hope you're well.
You okay? Eva said, I guess Mark could have mashed potato, white sauce, carrots, and parsnips without the bacon. So basically, for anyone who's just joined, we were looking at one of our next videos to do, or videos in the future, I should say, will be an Irish traditional food. But we're just seeing what there is for pescatarians.
Yeah.
Richard said, best inbox ever tomorrow. What you got in your inbox? Okay. Amy said, I never eat roast. Do you know what? I didn't at your age. I found them boring. But as I got older, I did. But God, I do love a parsnip, she says.
Oh.
I found them boring at your age. But as I got older, I sort of grew into them. Amy, next Wednesday, Music Live, one song in the Essex and local. Amy will know plenty of Essex songs. Don't you worry about that.
I'm sure she would.
If you put that Hammers song on, Richard, I swear to God, Richard said I might have to restrict next Wednesday's live. Or is it just too many songs? Or you just get knackered?
No, normally Thursday. Normally Thursday you do your song, but you said something about Wednesday this week or next week, should I say?
Yeah, you did. Eva said I was messing around with an Aura app. It captured a weird person-shaped blob from behind the blob. At least in my eyes, it looked like a person shape. So when you're saying you were doing the Aura app, what photo did you take? Was it of yourself? Is it a selfie? Or did you take it of somebody else? What to the age? Oh, I think you mean to what age. So I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't get back into roast dinners until my 30s. And that's just because I just got bored of them. And when I was living with my parents at the time, we had them every week. So I just got bored of them. But I was going to say, it wasn't until I didn't have them when I moved out of home, I didn't cook them for myself, so I didn't have them for years. And I thought, you know what, I've not had one for years. And then you start to crave, because
now he wants one every other day from Too Good to Go.
Yeah, I know, we haven't done one for a while. We might do one tonight, actually. See if there's one there.
Mm.
Rich has said, no, Amy, it's a proper song, not the West Hammer song.
Oh, okay.
Sam says, hi Sam, I've had my grandson all day, so tired and sore, but thank you for asking. Oh, bless you. How was it?
Lovely to have your grandson.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you have a nice time? What did you guys get up to? Fiona said, ever since I found the waffle maker ingredients, I put on 4 stone. Please don't blame me for that.
I will tell you a story. It's nothing to do with waffles though. I went to work at one place, right? So I've always been, earlier on, sort of like in my 20s and stuff like that, I had body dysmorphia. So I always thought I was overweight. I never was, but I always thought I was.
No.
Anyway, I went to work at one place, and there was free lunches, and if you worked,
fatal.
Yeah, and in the winter, you used to get a cab home from 7 o'clock on. So if you had to work till 7, you'd get a free cab home, and also you would at 5 o'clock you'd get a free takeaway meal of up to £15.
Oh,
well, in London though, when you're spending £15 on what? £15 ain't going to get you a lot, but anyway, they'd give you £15. And then in the summertime, if you work till 8, you got a free cab home, because obviously it's daylight by that time. So 7 o'clock. So if you work till 8, you get a cab home. Plus you get your free dinner. So you get free. So sorry, you get subsidized lunch and free dinner, right? But when I tell you what the subsidized lunch was, like corn-fed chicken, zabaglione, polenta mash, all of that type of stuff. They had a chef. They had a thing on site. I swear I was only there for a few months, because it turned out I didn't get on with the supervisor that was there, and it was in a small room, and I just thought, is this job really worth it if you don't get on with someone and you're going to sit in this small tiny room? Is it really worth it? So I worked there for about 3 months. But I swear I must have put on 2 stone in that 3 months. The way that I was eating, the way that I was bringing food home, I was just like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I tell you, that food was so good. And then, there was one time when all the big wigs were having a meeting, they would get catered stuff in, and you'd have to order the catered stuff. And then once they finished and they left, you got to go in and take anything that they left. So there was these big tureens, and you just got your thing, and you'd load it into your plate, you'd eat. There was free biscuits, there was free like fizzy drinks like Cokes and all of that type of stuff. Oh, I swear, in that 3 months, I really, it was one of the best jobs that I ever had, like as in well paid. The company was really good and stuff like that. It's just that sometimes you can work for a really good company, but the people are really rubbish. And it just so happened that this supervisor that I had, she'd been working there for something like, she'd been working there a few months, but everybody else was had been there for many years. So her and I were relatively new, and the manager that was above us had been there since she was like 18, and she was now like 32. Like, this woman is never getting another job. She's been there since. So it was really difficult to be in a room with somebody who you didn't get on with. And so I had to make the really difficult decision of leaving. But I really regret leaving that. Not regret leaving that place. I really miss that place. I never regret sort of handing in my notice, because I just thought, even if it gets sorted, when you're working in a small room, there's never gonna be like a lapse, or there's never gonna be a time of where you're going to be separated. And I just thought, do I want to spend my next few years just being in a tenuous situation? So I did hand in my notice, but it was one of the best jobs that I think. Whew,
with all that free food, it would be for me.
I tell you, I would have been like this.
Oh,
listen, I would have been a lot bigger.
I would have been.
Maybe it was
you
a saving.
How I eat.
And maybe it was a saving grace, right? Because I swear I would have been a lot, and I never ever lost that weight. So that 2 stone stayed. And then when I went to my next place, again, I was going to the gym and stuff like that, so that was fine. And I was beginning to lose the weight again, but I never actually lost it, and then gave up, and then was getting bigger, and just till I'm now as you see me.
Beautiful.
Oh.
So anyway, we've got a few comments to read. So Richard said, so on Wednesday it's going to be a double. All right, okay, you're really going for it. You know, you handle all those songs.
Exactly.
Amy said, Waffle House is a good song. Put it on his playlist. Fiona said, I'm joking. Oh, good. I was going to say, it's easy to put the weight on.
I put it on.
Amy, you don't like waffles.
Oh, you're crazy.
Oh,
you're crazy, girl.
Nor does Richard. Richard Waffles not eaten them in ages. Not a fan. What is wrong with everybody?
Goodness.
Sam said all day bouncing, lol, and lots of book reading.
Oh.
He's non-verbal, but he's such a character. His name is Zachary.
Oh.
Hi, Zachary. Well, I know he's not there, but a hello to Zachary from us.
Oh, bless him.
I'm disabled, so it's amazing to have him like I do. Oh,
yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's lovely.
That must be so rewarding and fulfilling. Richard said, waffles made of spuds hate me. Yes, spuds have an issue. You don't like spuds.
I do like potato waffles as well.
He's joking because he's going to go on. I know what he's going to say next. I can just see it. Mark and Kelly, I just emailed you the photo. All right,
okay, I'll have a look at that.
Amy said, even if I was giving free dinner and lunch, I would still bring in my own food. Oh, Amy, why?
Because she has allergies.
Oh, you have allergies. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
I knew you were saying Richard was talking to Spuds is a derogatory term for Tottenham Hotspur because they're called Spurs. Don't talk about Tottenham, says Amy. Who do you support, Amy? Are you into football? Aoife said, Kelly and Mark, I just emailed you the picture. I captured something weird, so sent it to you. Right, we'll take a look at that. So I'm just catching up with the comments now. Lord Sugar's coming to your house today, Amy. Why would he come to my house? We're not like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Amy, what team do you like? Yeah, just what Amy said, it doesn't matter, Richard, but they are in front of you in the table in the Premier League.
I have no idea.
Right. Now, if they're ahead, I'm guessing you're Arsenal. I reckon it's a London club because you're near London. I'm guessing it's Arsenal you support. Amy said, Richard, can I do your playlist? Richard, say yes at your own peril. Big heart is what to sound. I know you gave me the smiley face back. Sorry. Fiona said, I have to disagree with you both. I've been using skim milk and canderel. They are delicious. Oh, right. Do you know what? I agree with you, Fiona, actually. I think you disagree with the guys about the waffles. I totally agree. Waffles are fantastic. Do try, if you can ever get to Belgium, or find a Liège waffle. Now, Liège waffles, we didn't know this until we researched it, use
sugar. Yeah, I've got some in the cupboard. You still haven't
done it yet. Pearl sugar melts at a much higher temperature than regular sugar. So those are the little grains. Sometimes you see little nuggets of sugar in a waffle. Those are pearl sugar because as the thing cooks, they take much longer to melt and dissolve. If you had regular sugar in it, or caramelize because of the heat. But pearl sugar, do try Liège waffle, Fiona. You will love it.
Try the apple Liège waffles. They're so good. So good. I want to learn how to make them or find a good recipe for apple Liège waffles.
Oh, there you are. Richard is going to take the bait. He's going for it. I'll say take the bait, take the challenge. Amy, you are allowed to do Richard's playlist for Thursday. 15 songs max, though, he said.
Okay.
Arsenal swearing. I'm guessing it's Arsenal. Arsenal, that's a joke. Right, so it's not Tottenham. It's not Arsenal. I think it is a London club. I'm going to guess Fulham then. Richard said, Gunners, good squad, my sister's team.
But which one? Which team is in Essex? Because he's Essex. So which team's closer to Essex?
The closest one would be West Ham.
So would he
Richard's West Ham.
Okay.
So it's East London. So it's
okay. So whose team are we guessing? Amy's.
Amy. So I don't think it is West Ham because she said it's higher than Richard's team.
Right.
So if it's not that, unless she's gone for something more popular, I'm going to guess potentially Manchester United, maybe, if it's not a London club.
Is Amy even into football?
Yes, she is.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, she said my team's higher than Richard's. But I guess Fulham, but I might be wrong. Yeah, but do honestly, Fiona, if you've not tried it, that is my big no, absolutely not. So it's not Fulham. I'm going to keep guessing. I'm guessing Man United there. My closest football club to me is Chigwell Ladies. Yeah, I was going to say Chigwell will be. Gonna support Everton as Leeds are gone. Oh, Aoife, I love you even more. I'm Everton. So I know we're not doing well though. I think we're probably gone. We're close to relegation. But yeah, so going back to Liège waffles, really do try them as well. They are so, what's fantastic about them, as they cook, the sugar doesn't caramelize, but it goes really, it's so, I can't describe it. It's so, so nice, but you do get a lovely caramelized top.
The apple Liège waffles, I don't think I've ever tasted anything like them. They're so good.
They're called Liège, slightly different. The most waffles you get are sort of the standard ones, but they are slightly different.
Yeah.
Poor Manchester can't beat a London club up north. Terrible. Well, depends which Manchester. Manchester City are flying. All I'm saying, so excited for the women's final. Your cue. Oh.
What? Who's in the women's final?
I can't remember. I thought it.
I don't.
Is it Chelsea? I think it's Chelsea. Chelsea ladies in the final. Chelsea women's are doing well, much better than the men.
Does your mum like the women's football?
No. No. She's mum's a mad Arsenal fan. She loves Arsenal.
Yeah, his mum's like really into football.
My mum is in her 80s and she loves football. She one lady, one of her friends brought one of her nieces from France over. She couldn't speak any English, but she looked down. My mum had Arsenal socks on. She went, because obviously you wouldn't expect a lady in her 80s to wear Arsenal socks. So she, Richard said, yeah, I know. Yes, it's Chelsea. I thought it was Chelsea Blues. There you are. I got it right. But Chelsea aren't doing well, Amy, and they're only just above West Ham, the men's team. But Chelsea women are doing very, very well. Very, very good team.
Yeah, no, I don't listen or watch.
I'm going to change the subject because Kelly's got no frame of reference for football, so we will change it there. Yeah, the women's as well. They are doing very, very good, and obviously, of course, England's women's team are the European champions.
Yeah, I did see that there was like a real big thing about that, when they won. Yeah.
There you are. So moving the subject on slightly as well, back to the food. Does anybody, so everyone's got that, we've got some lovers of waffles, some haters of waffles. Let's talk about controversial stuff. I knew you would say that. Maybe not on the live, because we're quite limited to what we can say. Chelsea Blue, not original name. It's the pension. Oh God, I'm going to move it on from football just because of the thing. So apart from waffles, I know that's caused a controversy. Does anybody have a favorite style of cake like a waffle? Do you prefer a pancake? Do you prefer, if you're going for a pancake, do you prefer the thin crepes or the thicker ones? Or is it a croissant you prefer? Or is it a certain type of cake or pastry that you will always go to when you go out? Is there one that you cannot resist? Is there a Danish pastry like? Is it a cream slice? Is it a custard tart? Is it something like that? You always go
there for. Too many. There are too many that I would. Do you know what? I really like a pecan plat. I really, really do. But the last couple that I've ordered, so like when we get delivery, they haven't been nice. So I'm struggling to find a really good pecan plat. But I also like apricot croissants. They're really nice. I like savoury croissant, like ham and cheese croissant. They're so good as well.
Vaughan said, I've got zero interest in women's football or boxing. No, don't worry. That's why we moved it on.
Yeah.
I was in Somerset when I saw the England's women's final. But anyway, no, that's all right. I know you've got the connection with Somerset. Right, here we go. Amy, I love carrot cake. Hence the name, Carrot Cake Amy. Now, controversially, do you like the walnuts on it? Do you like a lot of topping on it? So Kelly makes a very good carrot cake.
Ginger and walnut cake, actually.
Yeah. Oh, is it ginger and walnut?
Yeah,
sorry.
it is a carrot cake, but it's ginger and walnut. But like a lot of people don't like, like some cakes have like sultanas or raisins in them. My family don't like sultanas and raisins and stuff, but I do.
But they're wrong.
Exactly.
Oh, Aoife, yes. Pancake crepes with golden syrup. Do you know something? I do like maple syrup, but there's something so amazing when you've got pancakes and you just put the golden syrup on it. Yeah, golden syrup, not the maple, the golden syrup on it. But do you know what's nice? If you put lemon on that as well, the sharpness of the lemon is sweetened by that golden syrup. That is absolutely amazing.
When I was younger, it was butter and sugar. But I do like lemon and sugar.
Oh, lemon and sugar. But try it with the syrup. Honestly, the sweetness of that syrup really cuts in with the lemon. It's so good. And I didn't know when you make golden syrup, when you're boiling the sugar, you have to put lemon in with it because it stops it from
crystallizing.
Yeah. Vaughan said, it doesn't matter. I love them all.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I said it's so difficult to know because I like so many pastries, like so many. I don't like continental breakfast though. I don't like to have pastries for breakfast.
No.
But Evelyn doesn't mind having, when we go on holiday and stuff, she doesn't mind having pastries for breakfast. She likes other stuff, but the pastries are an add-on. But I don't really like to have pastries at breakfast time. But your mum doesn't mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's all right. Your mum will have everything.
Yeah.
She'll do cook then.
Yeah, I'm more like, but even then, like, I don't like cooked breakfast every day. So if we're on holiday, if I've had cooked breakfast by the 4th day, I'm like, then pretty much for the rest of the holiday, do you know what I have? Toast and cream cheese.
Katie just gets bored of it.
Yeah, I get really, really bored, and then it's like cream cheese and toast. Yeah.
Ooh. This is a slight little hint there. Aoife said, my favourite all-time cake is a chocolate biscuit cake. Hint, 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 hint. Would that be a chocolate birthday cake, a chocolate cake, biscuit cake that you would like someone to make for you? Chocolate biscuit cake. Richard said, I have to show you how to make a volcanic cake.
Oh, wow.
Or volcano cake, sorry. Yes, it does have a lava flow.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Now, just out of interest, how do you make the lava flow? Are you using bicarbonate of soda? I'm guessing, because obviously that froths when it reacts with certain things. That's my guess. Or is it like, with cola, if you put a mentho in a cola, it explodes up. Is it something like that? And does the lava taste nicer if you are using that? Anyway, that's to put it. Amy says, for a hot cake, apple crumble or rhubarb crumble, I would die for.
I was actually debating tomorrow about making a small apple crumble. The last time I made cherry crumble, but I made a really big one. So this time I'm thinking about making a small apple crumble as well as maybe another cake, maybe a pineapple upside down. My mum absolutely loves when I make pineapple upside down cake, and so does my sister-in-law. So I think there will be disappointment if I don't make this.
I think you're gonna have
pineapple
to do it.
upside down cake. It'd be like, what? I thought you were making pineapple upside down cake. That's my mama. I thought you were making pineapple upside down cake. I'm like, no, I made cherry crumble.
Richard said, I made an apple crumble the other day, and it took it to my sisters. My younger nephew said, Mummy, this one's better than your one.
Oh no, can you imagine?
I bet inside you like that. Did you guys, actual fact, you may have seen, actually, we went to Humble Crumble in one of our videos. So that's in Spitalfields Market. That was we will go back there again. It was so cold when we went there. I don't think we gave that review justice. We're like, yeah, it's great. Oh,
it was great, by the way.
We were cold.
But I was cold because I was sitting there. You could see me with my scarf and stuff on. But I had frozen custard. You had frozen custard as well.
I know. Don't worry, we are for frozen custard.
But it looked so good.
It did.
It did taste good.
I mean, like, this was early February, so it was really cold. Yes, you are right, Mark, says Eva. A hint to my sis. Kelly, you got a sis figure with a love for a chocolate birthday cake. Biscuit cake, sorry, not birthday. I can say biscuit, birthday. Sam said apple and blackberry crumble cake is yum. Oh, apple and blackberry crumble cake. Now, I thought you were going to say apple and blackberry crumble, but I didn't realize you were going to have apple. Now, that I can imagine, because if you had it almost like, if you think of it like a sponge, but inside you've got apple and blackberry, and then you have a crumble topping.
Yeah, for sure.
Amy said, Richard, I'm counting on trying your cake. So you better live up to that, Richard. We are expecting a volcanic cake. And we're expecting
big things, Richard.
And a crumble that's better than your sister's. All right. Now, you've had another request.
Oh, God. What's Eve
from
saying?
Evelyn. Hey, Cal, can you make me a small Victoria sponge too, please? Oh, Evelyn, I've got to tell you something. Do you remember when we were doing all the Christmas stuff as well? I was cleaning out the conservatory. We put a rainbow cake there from Christmas Day in the conservatory.
A small one,
A small one.
It was meant to be for Steph.
Yeah, to bring it out later.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot about it. I found it the other day. It's still there, like 5 months later. But I have to check that one out, obviously. Richard said, when my niece makes cake, she kicks everybody out of the kitchen, but her cakes are lost for words. The effort she does to make complex cakes. Oh, really? How old's your niece?
Wow,
That's really impressive.
Wow, yeah.
Anything with crumble is the best. Now I'm craving now. Thanks, guys. Right,
Amy. I've got to agree with Amy. Anything with crumble is just
Now, Amy. When we were saying when we go to Humble Crumble, believe it or not, when you get a pot of crumble, you can actually request to have nothing but crumble. So nothing but the top. You can have a whole pot of the crumble. Take a look at the video, you'll see. They will ask you, do you want more? If you want both, they'll say, do you want more crumble than filling, more filling than crumble, or 50-50?
50-50. I went for 50-50.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Yeah. Ooh, you can't have too much crumble. You can't. You cannot have too much crumble. Evelyn, I don't know. Do you know what? I think sponge cake is probably, I don't know if I can do a sponge cake, you know. I will try it. I will try and do a sponge cake. I think Dean would. Well, I don't know if Dean would eat it, but Dean being my brother, by the way, he doesn't like fruit in cakes at all.
But there's no fruit in there.
There's no fruit, but there is strawberry jam. I think he would eat strawberry jam. I'm not sure if yeah, I'll have to see.
Richard, Eva said, I do not like custard that is just nails, like nails on the blackboard. What's that? What
lumpy?
I was gonna say.
Is that lumpy custard?
I'm guessing that is. Richard said, just got an inbox from a YouTuber made for intro for. He gave me his music list. All right, so you've got to. So don't forget, you've got to do Amy's list as well. Amy, you've got a maximum of 15 songs you can pick for Richard's live.
Wow.
I'm gonna ask my mum for crumble, says Amy. Oh, there we are. Amy said, I want 70% crumble, 30% filling. That's the ratio.
Wow.
That's the ratio. I was going to say, Sam, what's your ratio? Are you going 50-50 or do you want one more than the other?
Oh, I love crumble.
What would you be your ratio for crumble to filling? Right, imagine apple.
It would be 50-50.
It would be apple crumble 50-50.
Yeah, I did a lot of crumble though on top when I did the cherry crumble.
Yeah, you did. Actually. Yeah, you did. Custard is as bad as nails against blackboard. Oh, you don't like custard full stop? Do you really dislike it that much?
I'm not a lover of custard. I've got to be honest. I don't mind the Marks and Spencer's one, but I'm not a lover of hot custard and things like that.
Oh, you're wrong.
Amy's gonna say ambrosia custard. You're wrong. It's got to be ambrosia.
No. Amy said crumble all the way. She's going for that crumble ratio. No, you're wrong. I'm sorry. You've got to have custard with it. Yeah, Sam's gone 50-50. Sam has gone 50-50. Evelyn said, I look forward to it. Crumble is always yummy. So are you saying you want a Victoria sponge and a crumble? I
don't know why people keep saying and, right?
There's no and.
First of all, there's no and. But I may do. I'll have to have a look, but I think I've got the ingredients because it's only sugar and butter for the crumble, sugar, butter, and flour, I think. And I do have sugar, butter, and flour, but I don't know if I've got enough of the soft brown sugar. I'll have to have a look, but I can mix it with another sugar, I think.
So Richard said my crumble recipe is handed down from my Italian family. Is there Italian recipes to crumble? I didn't realize it had Italian origins.
Yeah.
Amy said cream is best. That'd be interesting to know with Italian how that's made. You prefer cream to custards? What about the combo? I love doing the combo.
I like carnation milk.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, but it's not as good.
What were you saying? Because you kept pouring it on, so don't even try.
It was the only thing available.
No, there was custard. There was custard.
Yes.
You and even my nephew was like, yeah, you know what? And I only had a small tin, and the cheek of it, they're both of them. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. What do you know about carnation milk? They don't know anything about carnation milk. Me, I like my carnation milk with my crumble, with my especially if I'm having lychee, you know, tinned lychee, drizzle. Oh, it's too good, too good.
Yeah, it just really freaks me out, like seeing people eat it. Like Nels goes, oh really? Even just watching people eat it, not just the smell or anything. It's just you can't. Aoife said you can't bear for people to watch people eat it. Amy said, I don't care about custard, Kelly. Oh, another one.
Exactly. I don't care about custard.
Richard said custard, yum. So we've really split the faction here. Half of you guys are wanting the custard. Half of you guys are just not interested in it whatsoever. I do like apple pie and ice cream though. Oh yeah, now that's ice cream is definitely a condiment to be adored. That is amazing. I want a mince pie. Amy said I want a mince pie too right now. Only a few months until it's in the shops. Go on Amazon. You can still get them.
I like crumble top mince pie. Crumble top mince pie is the way to go. Yeah.
It's too sweet, carnation milk, says Amy.
No, it's not too sweet. You don't know what you're talking about.
Amy's won your affections back. She goes, I love lychee.
I love lychee.
Oh, lychees are amazing. Richard said, Amy, freaky, I made mince pies today. You made mince pies?
Wow.
I've got loads of mint jars like them all year, but mine's puff pastry. I think I told you guys, so a friend of mine, he always buys all the mincemeat when it's on sale.
Yeah.
And what he does is he cuts apples into segments, puts them on the base of a casserole dish, and then he puts the mincemeat on top of that, then crumble on top of that, and then says it's amazing. That's what he has. Sam says, I make a passion fruit cake. I add passion fruit cordial to the sponge mix and to fresh whipped cream. I also add the same with elderflower cordial, perfect for a summer's day. Oh, that's interesting. You actually add the cordial to the sponge mix.
That sounds nice.
Thank you, Sam. That sounds really, really good.
I'd probably do a mango one or something. Like with a mango juice and probably bits of mango possibly. That's probably what I would do.
Amy said Costco mince pies. Oh, you go for the Costco. Well, funny enough, actually, about Whittards, the tea manufacturer, or the tea shop, they sell these sugary drinks. So the idea is you just add water to them. So, for example, they have like mango or lychee. But the guy was saying to us as well, you can actually add them in cakes. He said people do that. They just half the sugar, and then you do half the sugar and the other half, which you would normally have with the sugar. Use this flavored sugar, and that you can add to.
Oh, wow.
Kelly, chocolate biscuit, chocolate digestive biscuits. Crush them, whack them in the cake, then top with banana or even honeycomb ice cream. I'm not sure you're going to get Kelly to cut bananas. She can't stand
I can't stand banana.
Oh, yes, Sam, I know you're Cornish. Because I'm Cornish, so it's clotted cream with crumble for me. Oh, of course. Traditional. And I'm guessing you go jam first, then cream. Is that right? Apologies if I got that wrong. That's on a scone.
I would do cream and then jam.
Well, we'll see. I think that's the Cornish.
I'm just saying I would do cream and then jam.
Richard said, I do
love clotted cream.
I have quite a few recipes handed down to me from my gran and the Italian family. I also have the Isle of Wight mince pie recipe. What was different about Isle of Wight mince pies? Why were they different? I'm just out of interest. What's unique about the recipe? Amy said, this year I'm going full on out on cocktails, looking for someone from the movie in some exotic country. Are you going to be making them? But I'm not going anywhere. So you're just going to pretend.
You just want cocktails.
You just want
I think I want to do like a cocktail, like a garden party, like with cocktails. But I'm not going to have Evelyn making the cocktails because, first of all, if she makes them, we'll have no alcohol left or the amount that she's going to put them, and they'd be far too strong. I don't want anybody being sick in my house.
Kelly, can you show Mark my Instagram page? This is Aoife, and do not have all these certificates on the Instagram page.
Yeah, I will. I'm not now, but I will after the live.
Yeah, but after live, yeah. Just so otherwise, I'll be people will just see me reading these things. But I will take a look at that. Richard said one cake I miss is miracle cake from Shanklin, Isle of Wight. It's like my favorite cake of all time.
Oh, really?
So what's in a miracle cake? Or miracle. Sorry. It's my eyesight. It's Merkel cake. Sorry. What's in a Merkel cake?
Do you know what my favorite cake from school is? Well, it's not really a cake, but it was the caramel tart.
Oh yeah, you love that.
With the chocolate shavings. And I actually do have some pastry in the freezer, and I was going to take it out. But earlier in the month, I bought some pastry and I left it and it went off. And I just thought, I'm not going to take it out unless I'm actually going to do it. So I'm not taking out no tart. unless I'm actually going to do the tart.
Sam said, yeah, the jam goes first, then the cream. But she's Cornish. That's the Cornish way.
Yeah, no, I'm not so sure. I'm not convinced.
Your way's a Devon way.
Because you know what I think of the clotted cream? I think of the clotted cream as a replacement of butter. So if I was going to do jam on toast, I would do butter and then jam.
So the fat first, then the jam.
Yeah, that is my reasoning why I would do cream and then jam.
Aoife said, I've had a few drinks, but I'm still stone cold sober. Define a few.
Well, I mean, do you want to get drunk? Is there a specific reason why you want to get drunk? I mean, being
Friday night.
Yeah, it's a Friday. It's a Wednesday.
That was one of my favourite jokes on Spaced. Remember Space with Simon Pegg? He went to see pay his landlord his rent, and she goes, "Do you want to come on in? I got a bottle of wine from yesterday." He goes, "Oh, really? What was yesterday?" She went, "Tuesday." So basically, it's just these every day. Richard said the Isle of Wight mince pies. There's two versions: a secret edition and a public edition. So what are the two? Eva said, "Kelly, have you mellowed and let Mark do Dolce Gusto Genius S Plus?"
No, because we don't need any more clutter.
I'm not allowed. I would like to get one, but I'm not allowed.
Oh, please. You'd get a Dolce Gusto. And what would you do with it?
Make coffee.
And what would you do with the Vecchio?
These are technical difficulties. we can discuss later. Rich Kelly said, yeah, so the answer was no, I was told, unfortunately. Richard said Merkel cake is like a fruit cake, but you can't put it into words. I miss it so bad. Isle of Wight have all the memories. So do you think it's the cake itself that you miss, or do you think it's the fact that it reminds you of good times on the Isle of Wight?
Like the memories.
Got to show off that beautiful cream on the top. That's what Sam was saying. Oh, I see. So it's about the display.
Yeah, I get that. But jam is equally... And plus, I like the jams with no seeds in them.
Oh yeah.
So like a really nice smooth strawberry jam. Hey, hey, that would be nice.
Amy said, "I love that Turkish green cake. It begins with a K, but I've forgotten what it's called. I saw it in M&S the other day. Begins with a K. Does anybody know? You're not thinking of baklava, are you? Which is the layers of pastry, or is it?
No, but that's not green.
Well, it can be. Pistachio baklava.
Yeah, but the pistachio is normally inside the baklava.
No free tea and scones for me tomorrow. Gluten intolerant. Oh no, Amy, I know.
Yeah,
you can get gluten-free scones.
Yeah,
you can get them. Aoife said it's Friday. I've got Malibu mixed with sparkling orange.
Well, no, Malibu and pineapple for me.
Richard said, my Chinese Swiss roll, my mum had the most. Oh, yeah, that was when you did your live yesterday. So Richard went out to Chinatown and got some cakes.
Yeah.
So you got the bamboo charcoal, which has got custard in the middle. Block your ears, Aoife, because I know you hate custard. And then you also got one with the Swiss roll.
Yeah.
And you got that terrible, terrible drink you didn't like. Whatever it was called.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called.
Right, I'm just going to go and get some water because I'm a bit parched. So I left my water in the other room. I'll be back.
Okay. So, yeah, so I feel like, I mean, I do love cakes in so much. I've got a yum yum over there. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have a cup of tea later. And I'm going to have that yum yum. But I love jam donut. I love a jam donut. And when I was growing up, jam donut was always my favorite. But as I've gotten older, ring glazed donuts are so good. But I feel like you don't get bakeries like you used to. Like there was a bakery called Bloomfields, and I used to love Bloomfields. And you could always get a good jam donut or a good glazed ring donut, but the closest now that I can see that you get to a glazed ring donut is M&S's Yum Yums. So that's what I feel is the closest.
Amy said, yes, Mark, it's green. Is that the one that is it baklava? But because baklava, remember, is actually more pastry.
Pastry, yeah.
Very, very, very thin phyllo pastry. And it's got honey inside. I think it's honey.
Yeah, honey and pistachios. Yeah.
That's it. But if it's a sponge type cake, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Richard said, still have the drink. Oh my God, are you going to drink that drink? You did not look like you enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Drink. And it did sound like it repeated on you a number of times because you were sitting there going, oh dear. I can tell you. Amy said, I love Chinese cake. Which one in particular?
Oh.
Yum Yum from Lidl's, says Amy.
Yeah, but is it? Do you love Chinese cake or Japanese? Because I've got to say, WA or Wa Cafe, I've got to say, is probably one of the best for cream cakes. I like.
Aoife really wants you to do this egging. Richard said, I'm looking on my phone on the TV, like how it's delayed. Sam said, refresh day-old donuts in the oven and serve hot.
Ooh.
They'll get a little crispy and they are yum. Oh,
maybe in the air fryer.
I was just thinking the air fryer. I was
good.
just thinking the air fryer. That could be. Do you know what? Has anybody had that on? I know it's a real British thing, but have you ever had that on the seaside? Fresh hot donuts.
Oh yeah. And then they give you a dipping. They give you a dipping jam.
Amy said Percy Eagle with my favourite was when I was younger. Godfrey is Richard's favourite. Oh, Sam said that is perfect to have that as well. Those hot donuts as well. Do you know what? Because normally when I have donuts, I don't put them in the oven. I have them cold.
Yeah,
But I've never tried that, actually, putting them in the oven. We should join it and see what it tastes.
Yeah, for sure.
Richard said, I used to work with Chinese company in Tower Hamlets for 5 years. And Amy, do you like Chinatown?
Yeah, I love Chinatown.
Are you a fan of Chinatown? We took our nephew there a while ago for his first time. Earlier last year.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yeah.
Aoife said, savoury full brown Irish bread, not soda bread, just oatmeal brown bread. Okay. Savoury food brown Irish bread. I do like soda bread though.
Yeah.
And I do like
sourdough as well.
What's the those potato cakes? I love Irish potato cakes. They are delicious.
Do they call them pikelets?
Are they called pike? No, I don't. I think pikelets are different. I think pikelets are very similar to crumpets.
Oh right.
But yeah, they're really, really delicious. Sam said the sugar on the outside forms a glassy skin of yummy crispiness. Oh, Sam, that sounds amazing. There was a really good Gordon Ramsay recipe for chocolate donuts he did.
I don't think I'd have the patience to do donuts. Fresh donuts. I wouldn't have the patience for that.
You've got to do like breads. You've got to let them prove. You got to then inject everything in with the piping back. You saw them.
That's why I feel like anything that is making a dough, like to do biscuits and things like that. Although I think the dough to make the biscuits is not too bad because I could do that in the mixer. And then just group it together and then roll it out and then do the little circles or whatever. But one day I would like to make biscuits. But
no, thanks. That's a really good tip. And I can imagine that actually the sugar on the outside of the donut does form like a crispy coating. We'll have to give that a go. Aoife said with brown bread and scones, no butter, no cream, just jam.
We should get scones for tomorrow, really.
Oh, that's an idea.
They'll probably be sold out now.
Maybe not.
I should imagine.
Hey, Charlie's back.
Hey,
you're
Charlie.
Right. Risha said, Amy, I do miss Percy Ingle bread pudding. Not as good as the shops, but gotta go now. Percy Ingle, I do like bread pudding. Kelly's not a fan, but I do. And I love the American version because it's really
Although
dense.
I would try bread pudding if it was made with brioche or what you call it? Croissant. I wouldn't try it if it was made with normal bread, only because I remember sort of tasting it as I was growing up. To be fair, it probably wasn't the best one, but yeah.
Percy Ingle, if I was a rich female, I would have bought it out. Shut the damn Godfrey. Just out of spite. My favourite cake shop is in Buckhurst Hill. It's huge. Aoife said just normal brown bread fresh from the oven. Yeah, that's what the smell of brown bread. Tanika, hi.
Hey, Tanika. I was thinking about you today, funnily enough.
Oh, you've changed your avatar. That's why you got sunflowers in there, because I didn't recognise your avatar. How are you? You're well? Good
Thank you for joining us.
As always, we're talking about food. So Sam just came up with a fantastic idea. Apparently, if you put donuts in the oven, so your normal regular donut, the actual sugar, that's the word. The sugar on the outside will turn into a crispy, like caramel coating, and that you just bite into that. Thanks, that great top tip. Amy said Weymouth cakes. Oh my God, stop! So cheap and very big. So I'm dying. I'm crying inside. Weymouth is, you mean when you say Weymouth cakes, you mean actually from Weymouth the place, or they call Weymouth cakes? Sam said it's not too bad if you don't fill the sorry, let me read that again. It's not too bad if you don't fill and fresh fried donuts in flavored sugars like cinnamon for Halloween. Okay, if you don't fill in the roll, so basically you're not filling it in with the actual sugar. Richard said, Amy, goddess of Hornchurch is older than cake shops you have now. Where are we? Richard said, Amy, I hate the local cake shops. Why? What's wrong with your local cake shops? We found some fantastic ones in Devizes, didn't we? Well,
one. We found one fantastic one in Devizes. And I've got to say, I don't think I've eaten a bad cake there yet.
Oh, it's really good. When you get a good local one.
I haven't tried all the cakes, but I do get a good range when we go to your mum's. And everybody cuts like a cake in half and everybody eats the half. In my mind, I'm thinking, I just want to hold one to myself. I don't want to share it.
Yeah, madam does not share it.
I don't want to share my cake. I want to hold one to myself.
Tanika said, oh, really? Obviously for the donut thing. Lo, I hope all is well. I'm okay, thanks. Have a bit
or that I was thinking about her today.
Oh, yeah, could have been.
Yeah.
It was either the donuts we're thinking about. Yeah, that's true. Lo, hope all is well. Oh, I'm okay, thanks. Have a bit of a cold at the moment. Oh, I hate getting ill, so forcing myself to rest today. Just do that. Honestly, if you push yourself, you'll come out even worse. Just let it rest. Aoife said, got to earn, I hope you get better soon. Got two new wanna try hobbies, flower arranging and card designing.
Who is this?
Aoife. So card design.
Sorry, excuse me.
One of my friends, his ex-girlfriend used to do loads of card design. She was really good at it. She used to do cards. She used to do lots of 3D cards. So she'd do like make stars and then sort of pile them up and then stick them on like this so it looks 3D.
A friend of mine, she actually did a flower arranging class. It was really good, and she did these such pretty roses, and they were similar to. So I went to my cousin's wedding in France, and she did these gorgeous red roses. She threw it, and I caught it. I brought them home. It was but like they had these lovely pearls in them and everything. So pretty, so pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say actual fact as well. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah. She loved it. My friend who did the flower arranging.
Tanika said, I have been enjoying watching your videos and also rewatching some old ones too. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. We do appreciate the support, really do. Amy said, no, there is a cake shop in Weymouth, best in the UK, in my opinion.
Oh, wow. That's a bold statement. How many bakeries have you tried, like, around the country to know that that's the best one in the UK?
So we, like I said, when we tried WA or WA, you'll see it in our video. Anybody in London, that is our recommendation. Do have a look at it. Those cakes are amazing. That strawberry cake, you will see.
I'm dreaming about it now.
It's so good. That strawberry cake you do. We would even say in the video, we go, why are these so good?
The sesame one, though. The sesame one, that one was like, just.
So that was sesame cheesecake. Now, I didn't think sesame and a sweet cheesecake would do well. It was delicious. The base was made of sesame. It was so nice. There is a Taiwanese cake, which is basically it's a sesame rolled in honey. It's delicious, and it just reminded me of that sort of sweet sesame base. It was so nice.
There wasn't a cake that we got that we didn't like from WA.
Yeah. So do honestly, guys, if you're in London, we recommend WA. If you want to do, I'm not just plugging our video.
No.
It was the best cakes we've tried.
Yeah, and I mean, we tried like we've been to Harrods as well. Those cakes were pretty nice. And Rome again's really good. Chestnut Bakery again's really good. But I've got to say, WA, and I do love a Rome bakery. There's loads of pastries there. But like for me, like Gales is very hit and miss. Like I feel like I prefer more savouries in Gales.
So just go through this. So Sam's got to go. Sam, take care. Look after yourself.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, have a great weekend. Richard said, I like local cake shops.
Yeah.
I know you meant cake, not hate. And Amy hates them, so it sounds like normal. Are you suggesting that Amy just contradicts whatever you like? But actually, he's got a case in point, because he said all local cake shops should be supported. Stop the franchises. Amy said, Richard, no. Tanika said flower arranging class sounds really lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what, Tanika? I can imagine that being really therapeutic, just relaxing. Whole load of people just sitting there, just slowly learning how to do an arranging. Richard said nothing beats homemade. Do you know, there is an element to that?
There is, yeah. It's just that sometimes I would like I like making cakes and stuff like that. I don't really make pastries. And so I feel like when you're making a pastry, it's just a bit more effort. Whereas when you're making a cake, you put your ingredients in, you can mix it around and you do whatever you're doing. But when you're doing pastry, sometimes it's all about laminations and all of that. And I don't think, and for fear of all the butter melting out of your croissant. So your croissants are, no. No.
Amy said, Kelly, if you find me a cheap cake shop, then I will rate it. Overpriced is out of my list. Sorry, but not sorry. Not made of money, and remember my age.
Yep. I agree.
That is a fair point. So we do try to do a whole range, as you know. We do everything from sort of cheap eats to, I mean, we never do Michelin because, like I say, I haven't got that money either. But we do probably the Ned and afternoon tea is probably about the highest end we go. So you're talking about 75 to 100 quid per person.
The cheapest cake shop that I've been to where the cakes are delicious is Reeves Bakery.
Yeah, they were really good value.
I like, to be quite honest, there are some stuff in Greg's that's okay, but I've got to be honest, Greg's were good back in the day. I don't rate them now. They're okay. Like, I might pass by one, but when I get something from Greg's, in my mind, I'm thinking back to how they used to be and not how they are now. I feel like they're lacking in ingredients or lacking in flavor. That I find it, I'm probably saying something really controversial now, but I feel like the flavor of Greg's now, you know, like their steak bakes and their chicken ones and especially the sausage rolls, like what is going on with that? They don't even taste like, they taste like mush. The vegan one is so much better than the meat one. It's this crazy.
Pavan, how are you?
Hey, Pavan.
I just read Pavan's comment just quickly. He said, hello, my beautiful angels. I send you both unconditional love on this beautiful sunny evening.
Bless
Grateful
you.
to land a new position at Autoglass as an advisor. Well done.
Oh, wow. Oh, good
Been
for
busy,
you.
but I do try to catch up. Oh, bless you, Pavan. And congratulations.
Let
me just read
so nice to hear people's good news. If you ever got good news, just let us know.
Bang on. I saw the love heart, so I did. Right, back to the comments there. Well, I pop into the Japanese centre, says Richard. Got there a pancake and a lady only interested in my gugu. What's your Grogu? Sorry, my Grogu. I could not leave. Now, I know you like your Japanese cakes. So, yeah. Kelly, you are glowing today, says Tanika.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm going to pick your brains at some point because I'm thinking about a podcast. So I'd like to pick your brains, actually.
Oh, Tanika, there you go. Mark, Snog Kelly. I'm not on the live, but there we go. Richard said one lady's in the local community made bread pudding and she doesn't understand why people hate it. It's tiny, flat and dry. Do you know what? It's difficult to actually be able to tell someone that it's bad. However, Tanika said, I made an apple crumble cake the other day, which was nice, but unfortunately it didn't rise properly. Oh dear.
What does Greg's Pete? I don't
know. Hang on. Yeah, it's going thick and fast. So I made an apple crumble cake the other day, which tasted lovely, but did not rise very much, unfortunately. Do you know what? As long as the taste is nice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking why it didn't rise.
It could have been a number of reasons. I mean, Kelly, you've done that with cakes sometimes. You've done everything right, and it just hasn't gone to how you want.
That's the. There was only once that happened with the same recipe. I did it a couple of times. And it was the white blondie pudding, and it was just mush. And I did that one a couple of times. It was just complete mush.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes there's something that you can do I'm just trying to think why it didn't rise. That was all.
Tanika said, Greg's pizza slices are my guilty pleasure. I really like the focaccia bread they use. Do you know what? I'm the same. That little square that they do. Do you know, when I'm at work sometimes and I go into the office and I've only got a few minutes to grab lunch, I always go for Greg's. And I always think, I must try this, must try that. But I see those lovely little squares there. And I thought, oh, can I have the margarita pizza, please?
Do you know what the thing about so I normally would get the pepperoni pizza, but there's a cheese that they use on it that I don't like. But I always see it and it's always tempting and I always want to get it, and I do get it from time to time. But sometimes when the cheese is strong and I can smell it, I just can't. But yeah, I like their the pizza slices that they do look good. There was a place that I used to get pizzas at lunchtime. So I used to get pizza and chips, and the pizza slices were like £3, and then the chips were like £1 or £1.50. And I just thought, what a great lunch.
Pizza and chips.
Pizza and chips, and it was really cheap. Like it was like £4.50 or whatever it is. And I just thought, oh, that's just such a good and filling lunch. Yeah.
Eva said Greg's are awful and grease laden. Not all. Do you know what? I do agree with you. Some of it can be quite greasy, but some of it is just amazing. I've got to say, I love the cheese. You hate it, but they do a bean and sausage little bake. I do the veggie. They do veggie sausages with it. They're really nice.
Yeah, our nephew likes that, and the mum even buys them from Iceland and keeps them in the freezer just in case, like he wants one and stuff like that.
Greg's, I see more on people's clothing now in someone's hand. I know they launched a clothing
Primark,
range.
I know.
Well, Lidl do as well.
Do they?
They've got clothing range. There's people wearing Lidl trainers.
Oh wow!
But in the logo. So it's got the little logo and the little colours.
That is crazy.
Richard said, Amy, you have to realise every human has different taste buds and views. Oh, that was a bit of a dig. Eva said, where are we? Sorry. Amy said, shush. I'm not dissing people's blood taste. I know. He's only winding you up. Mark, there's an egg going your way. What are you going to ban me for? What have I done? Danica said, oh, yes, please do. Sorry, I can be bad with replies sometimes on Insta as I get caught up with work. But
of course.
I will do better, I promise.
No, not at all, not at all.
Amy said, please don't say that, Richard. Disrespect me. To me, I guess. He's only winding you up. Richard said, Amy, you hate Godfrey's of Hornchurch. No, I don't hate it. Not my preference, mate. Pavan said, thank you, I appreciate it. Have you both tried the new Cloud Raspberry Frappuccino?
Yes, we did.
Now, tell the story. Listen to this, Pavan. We actually tried it and we filmed it.
Yeah,
however,
we did. So we filmed it and so I did a TikTok for it and you edited the video.
Yeah.
However, literally days later, because we saw it on the Saturday, I think we might have tried it in the week on a Wednesday or something like that. Or was it on the Sunday? No, it was in the week. It was like a Wednesday or something like that. And then a few days later, it was gone. It wasn't even out 2 weeks. It was out for literally about a week. So by that point, we didn't bother putting it up. But we did try it. I thought it was quite good.
It was quite nice. It wasn't bad. So we did try it, Pavan. Yeah, but we were shocked. Normally, they have it for at least a couple of months and then they move on. But this is like a week or two.
And they did it with also the dragon hibiscus or whatever that they literally had. And it was literally for a few days. And then they took it away again. So I don't understand.
It was a bit weird. And I'm going to say, I don't know why, Pavan. It's not something they've done before. Before Starbucks will have a new drink for a few months at least. But they seem to just have them for a couple of weeks and move on. So I don't know if they weren't popular, whether they now want to just keep the rollerball going with different drinks. I don't know. But it was weird that it was just such a short period of time.
Yeah.
Understand. Sorry, says Richard. Got a bit off. Sounded normal. Fri-yay. Eva said, not snogging Kels properly. An egg straight going your way, Mark. That's why you want to egg me as well. But maybe Kelly doesn't want to be snogged on the live. That's the other thing. Do you want to be snogged on the live?
No.
There you go. So you can't.
There has to be a sense of decorum, Eva, at some point.
And you won't want me to do something against Kelly's will. Amy said it's not really a wind up, to be honest. Wind up to, I think you meant wind up. Judging what happened to me last weekend, I'm very touchy on comments like that. All right, well maybe back a bit. Richard said, "Oh yeah, wedding cake, Mark. When are you going to do one for Kelly? We will not forget. Do you want a wedding cake to try?"
I don't. Do you know what though?
You don't like fruit cake?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, a lot of traditional wedding cakes is a fruit cake, and I, other than the people that are, you know, my parents' age and older, nobody else in my family likes a fruit cake.
No, and in actual fact, a fruit cake is quite dense. It is quite dense. Kelly, please let Mark get a Nescafe Dolce Gusto Genius S Plus. Well, I'll tell you what. We will have a review. I wouldn't mind reviewing one.
If we go to a hotel and there's one in the room, of course you can review it.
I would definitely review it
for sure.
Sorry if I hurt anyone's feeling. It's all right.
Oh yeah.
It's all a safe space, and like I say, everyone knows as well. It's all a safe space here as well. You can put the comments in the chat as well. I think everybody knows each one as well. And I know, Richard, you're not that type of person to want to hurt someone's feelings. And the conversation was about cakes, so it wasn't anything that was. I know Amy wouldn't really
take offense. To
well, especially to cakes as well. And there was no hard feelings meant by that. Eva said, "Kel, I've tried strawberry frappuccino. Absolutely vile." Oh, you don't like it?
Strawberries and cream.
The strawberries and cream. I quite like that.
I quite like it. Yeah, I don't have it often. I don't have it often. But I will have it sometimes. Yeah, and I don't mind it. My preference is normally, and my go-to would be a caramel frappuccino. But I don't mind the strawberries and cream every now and again. If I feel like I want something a little bit fruity, a little bit lighter, then I will go for the strawberries and cream.
Cake fight, imagine that, says Richard. Do you know what? If there was a cake fight, I would be on the floor just going, "Don't throw this away! No, I want it, I want it, I want it."
It reminds me of Bugsy Malone at the end, where they all have like a custard pie
fight. Splurge guns.
Yeah, splurge buns, but also because so the thing is, they're changing over from manual pies, and then the up gang has the guns that shoot out of it. Yeah. So the old way is to actually pie someone. So that was quite funny.
Mark and Kelsey, it was horrendously awful. Do you know what? It is quite sweet, and I can imagine it is an acquired taste. It's almost like a very strong strawberry jam flavor. So if you don't like that, I can imagine you're liking it. When are you going to propose?
What's all this about marriage and stuff like that all of a sudden on the live? When Mark does, you'll be the first to know. There we go.
Here we are. So I can imagine, go back to the strawberry thing, I can imagine that being quite strong if you don't like it as well.
Yeah.
That's typical Amy. Amy loves the controversy.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Bless her. I spat it out, took 3 bottles of Pepsi to rid the horrific taste out of my throat. Oh my God, you really disliked it that much?
Pepsi
Max.
No.
There we go.
There we go.
Right. Guys, we have been going for over 2 hours, so I think
just over
2 hours. But I think we will leave it there for this week. So guys, thank you so much for joining us on the live as well. We had real good fun, as we always do on the live. So thank you for everyone that joined. Not on the live. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend, I should say.
3-day weekend.
I know. Well, those in the UK.
Yes.
I hate Pepsi and Coke, says Amy. So enjoy. Have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Look after yourselves, no matter whatever you get up to as well. That's it from Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for this week. But we will be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time, as we normally do. Enjoy. We will take care, as I say, and we will look forward to seeing. They're still talking about Pepsi Max in the chats. And we'll catch you too. Have a fantastic weekend. Look after yourselves, and remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will see you on the Tuesday live. Bye for now.
Bye for now.